The Forgione family was a farming family in Pietrelcina in southern Italy. Daily, this family used to attend Holy Mass and used to recite the Rosary in the kitchen. Padre Pio was born on the 25th of May, 1887, as the second son to Grazio and Giuseppa. Desire in the little mind to become a priest. Even from his age of 5, he had begun to express his wish to become a priest. While he was just 9 years old, his mother was once astonished to see him lying on plain floor with a brick as his pillow. He completed the first phase of his education in 1902. He decided to join the seminary. On the 6th of January, 1903, he entered the novitiate of the Capuchin friars at Morcone. On January 22nd, Francesco was given the robe of novice. On that day, Francesco changed his name and accepted the new name Pio. Instead of the surname, he added the name of his birthplace. Until his ordination, he was known as Brother Pio Pietrelcina. At the novitiate year-end, Brother Pio took his primary vows. In 1907, as per the Code of Laws of St. Francis of Assisi, he took the eternal vows of chastity, poverty, and obedience. Thereafter, he completed his studies in theology from various monasteries in that province. In 1908, he received the primary holy orders at the cathedral at Benevento. The health of Pio was not that good. On many occasions, he was sent back home. In accordance with special interference of God, in 1909, a special law was enacted in the church. As per this law, Pio got the consent to prepare privately for the ordination. He was ordained priest at the Cathedral of Benevento on the 10th of August, 1910. Thereafter, he was known as Padre Pio. Padre Pio's health was deteriorating. Father Agostino, who was his guide, realized that something unusual was happening in Padre Pio. He began to write letters to Padre Pio. Greek and French languages were not known to Padre Pio. Still, in those languages, when Father Agostino wrote to Padre Pio, he had replied in the same language. To this, Padre Pio had said that his guardian angel had stood for him as the translator. In the period of First World War, all were directed to serve in the army. As his health was so bad, he was declared unfit for military service. In 1918, Padre Pio was permanently appointed at the Capuchin Friary of Our Lady of Grace. On the 20th of September 1918, while he was praying before the crucifix after the Holy Mass, the marks of the 5 wounds of the crucified Jesus appeared on the body of Padre Pio. Though he tried to conceal this, the Capuchin authorities, realizing this condition, took photos of the wounds and sent to Rome. 3 doctors were sent from Rome to verify and report the scientific explanation about the wounds. They transferred their joint report to Rome, declaring that the wounds were deep and unique. According to the doctor's observation, daily a cup of blood was lost from the body of Padre Pio. The enthroned highlight in Padre Pio's day was the Holy Mass. Daily, he used to offer Holy Mass at 5 o'clock in the morning. The previous night, he used to wake up at 2 o'clock, and for 2 hours he used to prepare himself for the Mass. People used to come from afar the previous days itself, and used to stay in rooms at the inns. The Holy Mass used to extend for 3 hours. Padre Pio used to be in the confessional and heard confessions nearly 16 hours a day. On many occasions, Padre Pio used to remind some penitents their sins which were forgotten by them. To those who approached him with dishonesty and crookedness, he used to get angry at them and used to send them back. Many are providing evidences that Padre Pio had the gift of bi-local presence. He was always found with the rosary in his hands. Mother Mary had several times appeared to him. He used to recite around 40 rosaries each day. Sitting in front of the food, he would not even taste it until he had completed reciting devotedly a full rosary. At night, he used to sleep only around 3 hours. Each day, he used to take a quantum of food, which would be just enough for a kid. But there was neither loss of weight nor he was affected by any fatigue. On September 22nd, though he offered the Holy Mass, at the end he had collapsed and fell down in the altar. The next day, early morning at 2:30 a.m., Padre Pio confessed and renewed his Franciscan vows. On the 23rd September, chanting the names of Jesus and Mother Mary, Padre Pio breathed his last. The 58 years of the Calvary of priestly life concluded there. Praying and praying, he had become prayer. Thousands pray at his tomb. Dr. Sala remembered 10 minutes after his death, not only there were no marks of the wounds, but there were no scars at all. 2nd of May, 1999. Padre Pio was blessed. On 16th of June 2002, the Pope, John Paul II, declared Padre Pio as saints. If you like the video, please like, comment and share the video, and also subscribe the channel.